Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Major number LMB-06. This is a replacement rod guide. This one's made of steel. You'll very often see replacement flush bolts for aluminum storefront that have a plastic, of all things, rod guide. And that's just boggles my mind, because that's the part that breaks all the time. Even when it's metal, that's the part that gets all the stress, and that transfers the stress to the door. And as I hear myself saying the words, making it of plastic might be the way to salvage the door in case someone, leans into it too much, tries to break it open or vandalizes it. That plastic guide might break first. That might be the design. The fact of the matter is, though, if you don't want that plastic guide, well, Major makes a replacement steel guide made of steel, zinc-coated steel, zinc-plated. We'll have 3 screw holes, and I think the plastic one has only 1 screw hole. I'll give you some dimensional properties. Overall width, about 1.5 inches. Overall width, I'd say, it's 1.5 inches. That's about 1 5/8 inches. That face dimension, about 1/2 inch. It's probably 1/8 of an inch steel would be my guess, or thereabouts. Maybe 100 thousandths. Let's look. 90 thousandths, so 3/32 of an inch basically. We'll again include 3 screws. They are these holes are tapped. They do not provide screws in dark brown finish, dark bronze. So if you have a dark bronze installation, these screws won't technically match. I'm surprised they don't include dark bronze machine screws with these. So you'll drill a couple extra holes there, you'll do a little countersink, and you should get more durability out of the flush bolt installation. And flush bolts in aluminum storefront, they're very inexpensive pieces of equipment. They are different in that they have different offsets, meaning that the face of the door to where the mounting post is either 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 inch. There might be 3 offsets, I forget, but that offset is what makes them all different. So when you're ordering that, you have to know that offset. Well, in the bag, you're going to get a plastic guide. And I've, again, often said that's where these always break. Well, Major has manufactured something to eliminate that possibility. I didn't tell you the inside dimension or the bolt head. Let me tell you that now. They say that these are specifically intended to be compatible with builders hardware. I would think that's to be, it might be BBW, Builders Brass Works. I believe that's the forerunner to Trimco. Trimco is also listed along with International. That might be International door closers. 0.517. The same, 0.517 square is the ID on that. Let's now switch to the screen view where we can take a closer look at some supporting documentation. So here is the item that we are looking at. Replacement steel rod guide. 832 threads. There's also a steel rod guide that would be used with other particular applications. Reflectolite, Slideco, aluminum doors, W&F. I've never heard of these companies. Major is a West Coast manufacturer. There'll be a different, ecology out there. There are geographic, companies that work, have great deep market penetration in their geographies. Someone on the West Coast, may not be heard of on the East Coast where we are. So there you go. Now there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page, and here it is. And that will allow you to review not only all of the Major products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. And I would certainly suggest that you review the full product catalog when it comes to reviewing tools and supplies along with items as it pertains to the locksmith industry. Basically, that's what it is. This line is best suited for those people who integrate the products that they sell. They supply and install. They are able to modify customers' doors and lock equipment. So from Major, you'll get the tools to prep doors for locks. You'll get security hardware. You'll get some things that are almost going to be considered locksmithing tools, such as kits of replacement screws. You'll get from them, such as here, LSA-3 replacement screws. They also have a really neat, and I'm at it right here. They also have a really neat system by which you can, with very little skill, and I can attest to that firsthand, with very little skill, you can create custom length mortise cylinders. I've needed to do 2.5-inch length mortise cylinders for a customer not too long ago for a project, and he needed them in like 3 days. So I took standard off-the-shelf mortise cylinders and I drilled the back of them and then added these extension links and was able to ship the client very quickly, for all intents and purposes, within a day or so, a 2.5-inch mortise cylinder for his project. It had an unusual Schlage keyway. We needed to be able to do it quickly. Couldn't get them from the factory because it was too long of a lead time. The bottom line is you're going to clamp the back of the mortise cylinder into this fixture, and you're going to then drill in these drill bushings for the holes. You're then going to tap those holes. You've got two different fixture plates here. One is for the drilling and one is for the tapping, really, just to make sure that your tooling is going straight, is what that's for. And you see both of them there. You'll get these Allen wrenches. You will get the tap and the tap handle, along with the bit that has the stop guide on it, so you know that you've drilled deep enough. I've done this a handful of times. It's completely successful. The more times you do it, the better you get at it. You need to drill those holes really straight in the back of the cylinder, otherwise the drive cam that needs to sit inside of the extension won't rotate correctly, and there are those drive cams. And that is what it looks like when it's all said and done. That's exactly what it looks like. Works out really well in a pinch. It certainly drives up the cost of the installed product, but whoopsie, our doors are 2 3/4 thick. I need longer cylinders. Well, here you go. And long cylinders are expensive anyway. So also you'll have this series of HIT tools. HIT, hardware installation tool, is what that stands for. Pages and pages of the material. Whether you're prepping cylindrical locks, deadbolts, mortise locks into wood doors, steel doors, fiberglass doors, there's a kit here for you somewhere. Very high quality tools. I have, reviewed a handful of Major products. I have spent years in a metal and wood shop prepping doors and frames for hardware, and I can attest to the high quality nature of these kits. We just sold a client a complete setup for prepping aluminum doors and frames. Actually, we didn't send him anything for the frame. No, we didn't. I believe the frames were being supplied by someone else. But everything the client needed to prep aluminum storefront doors, 6-inch wide style, for Schlage L9000 series, L9000 series mortise locks is what it was. I would recommend that you review this catalog if you at all dip your toe into the world of having to integrate solutions, into a client's doors and frames. Let's wrap up this video on camera. In conclusion, a nice quality product from Major. It's a pretty simple piece of material, but they have a comprehensive offering of that hardware installation tool sort of product line. I've contacted the factory in the past for technical support. They're very knowledgeable, and quite frankly, that's what it takes. You have a semi-technical product line, and there are occasionally questions: does this work with this, or how do I do this? And the people over there know exactly how to answer the question. They're really familiar with their product line. Any questions on the LMB 06 flush bolt bolt head guide or any other Major product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please subscribe and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.